Alright, we're on.
Okay.
Alright, okay, band names.
James, Willhite.
Alright, and?
Ross, friend.
Friend.
With the hesitation.
Daniel Navarro.
Alright, where is Daniel Navarro today?
Daniel Navarro was born in Mexico, but now lives in Bonita Springs.
Ah, and where are you from?
Naples, Florida.
And where are you from?
Kensington, Maryland.
But now reside in?
Very straightforward, huh?
But now reside in?
I reside in Bonita Springs.
Alright, and what's the story behind the group's formation, and when did that occur?
The group as James Willhite Band, or the group as the very beginning?
The group as the very beginning, I guess, and then into the James Willhite Band.
Let me take this one.
I want you to take this one.
The very beginning was late 2007 at a Starbucks in Estero, where the band Mandarin Road was playing some acoustic stuff, and I was playing some percussion with them. And this sweaty guy named James came waltzed in with his guitar, and played a few songs, and then disappeared into the night. And then a week later, he answered my Craigslist ad, and...
Oh yeah, how ironic.
How ironic.
And what a small world.
I know.
Craigslist, the beginning of many great relationships.
Yeah, it's a great story.
So is the current lineup the only lineup?
No.
Who have you played with in the past?
The infamous Aaron Ronson on bass guitar.
Alright, excellent. And Ben?
Ben has joined us on occasion. Ben Roth.
Ben Roth. And what instrument?
Holster, playing guitar, rhythm guitar, and vocals.
Excellent. Who would you like to work with if you could work with anybody? Local or national?
Anybody?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, well, let's start out like this. Is there anybody around here that you would like to play with, like either in a group setting or like just to have a jam with, or?
I would have to say. I think Winnie and Steve.
Winnie and Steve.
Yeah.
All right. And why would you like to work with them?
It's because they play challenging stuff. They play jazz. I think I would want to see how I could fit into that kind of scenario.
Okay.
It would make me better, I think.
All right. And what about on a national level?
I'd have to go with John Mayer.
John Mayer.
Yeah.
How about you, Ross?
I think I would go more with Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson. All right. And how long has the band been together then? Like like a year?
Almost 2 years, maybe.
About a year and a half.
Year and a half? Because didn't we meet him around December?
Yeah, it was around December of 07.
Alright. What was the first place you guys played together?
The first place ever would have been the Starbucks that night. But then the first time we played together,
as
other
an organized
than that,
group,
as
yes.
an organized group was Bayshore. Remember the open mic at Bayshore?
Oh yeah, it was open mic at Bayshore.
Was there.
Yeah, we went down and did three songs.
Our first official opening gig was for this band Mandarin Road at Pelican Larry's.
That's right.
And then our first ever gig was here.
That's right, it was.
With Ben.
Alright. And what was the weirdest thing that's happened to you guys as a band so far? Any good stories that you can think of?
Stories.
The Toys for Tots.
That was weird.
No?
That was definitely on the. Where's the one that was like
Is that a bad thing?
The worst thing that ever happened where we waited 4 hours and got to play half our set for about 6 people.
I'm gonna actually have to say, I gotta say, when we were playing at South Street at the end of the night, this drunk guy came and just sat on the stage
and wouldn't leave and would not leave, just sat there quietly.
He would get up and then once we started another song, he would come sit right back down.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. That goes on the weird list.
Yeah.
Who would I compare you guys to if I was going to compare to somebody that's national? Who would you say you're the closest to? So, and basically, what is your overall style?
Overall style is, I would say it's probably like blues-influenced contemporary rock.
Okay.
From the ring.
And who do you think you can? If I was gonna bundle you with a couple of groups on a national level, who would I put you guys with?
Probably Mayer, Jack Johnson.
Okay, and are those your influences?
The latest, or the ones coming out now are more like Radiohead fused with like a Mayer or Coldplay, like that, like, I don't know, pop and indie all mixed together.
The original stuff was more bluesy.
Alright. Why would I come see you guys? What do you personally bring to the listener, and what do you find is your unique quality as far as local bands and to go see a band here?
Variety. Like, we're not going to entertain with one style or one, it's not all covers, it's not all originals, it's a mixture. It's a mixture of kind of new and old, but kind of reimagined twists on some different cover songs. And
okay. Doing them in your own flavor.
Doing them in our own flavor.
Alright.
And James has a 13-inch penis.
Wow.
Can I add that to that interview?
This isn't good.
What is your favorite James Willhite Band song that people can hear online? Like, if I was going to go to your website, what would you say to go listen to first, and why?
I think, contrary to what most people may say if they've been on the site, I like the Little Girl recording the most.
Alright, and why?
I like some people may say it's a bad recording, but we kind of did the background sounding effect on purpose. But I think it was my favorite vocal track, so that's probably why I'm going to it.
Alright. So that's who you direct. And what is your website again?
Can you grab one of those cards right there and take it with you?
I believe it's www.myspace.com/James Willhite Music 81.
Correct.
It's a good thing I know.
Correct. I mean, I knew it, but I just figured. Since you're going to be typing it, that card has the YouTube, the email, the MySpace.
Alright, what new music have you recently released, or are you going to release, and when is it going to come out?
The newest two were Little Girl, Alexandra's song, and The Ring Around the Moon.
Okay.
Little Girl is only available for listening on MySpace. Ring Around the Moon is available on iTunes and Amazon MP3.
Okay. And how is this how are the new releases different from the old releases? Like, what would I say? Like, have you been influenced by each other? Do you think you're moving in a like, are you growing in a particular direction? Do you see yourself going in where you think?
Both those songs were acoustic.
Yeah.
Those kind of, the first three songs were electric. It was, kind of more of that full band sound, and those two songs were more of that kind of acoustic, intimate, acoustic with percussion, little things here and there.
I'm gonna chime in if I can. I think that it feels like it's headed like sort of like pop rock with some guitar. I don't know. I think it's gonna get a little bit louder and crazier. That's sort of, I guess.
Well, that's to go back to one question earlier. Like, that's definitely one thing that's changed since the original recordings of Must Be Love and Callous and with Aaron.
Yeah.
It's the songs have like evolved by playing them live over and over again every week. Like, they've completely evolved.
Help that.
Exactly. Where to re-record them again, they would be different. They would be better. We think they're better. So that's why people should come see us live, because the songs have evolved and they're even better now than they're recorded.
Absolutely.
And do you feel, well, I think I sort of already asked this, but do you feel working together as a group has influenced your individual taste in music or shifted it in some way, and describe?
Yes. Because I have a lot of music, and I gave James a lot of stuff that he'd never heard of before. And then James influenced me to actually pay more attention to kind of the the actual arrangements of songs, and learning them the right way, and and really
Yeah, so
paying
you're
attention to
not
how a
just
song
jamming
is
on
structured
them.
instead of
Yeah.
just learning a drum part and like copying it
Yeah.
like a mimic. Like really learning why that song's structured like that and why the bridge is where it is.
Okay. And can you give me some band goals, short term and long term? Like, where do you see you guys where do you see yourselves in 5 years? Maybe where do you see yourselves, maybe in the coming season?
5 years.
It's almost
It seems like a lot.
It's one or the other.
It seems like a.
So maybe you haven't thought about the long term?
We have, like, it's kind of like we either need to be paying our bills by playing music, or playing music for fun and paying our bills by working full-time jobs. It's got to be one.
So
or the
it's going to
other.
kind of mold itself. You're not going to worry about it.
Right.
All right.
But we're putting effort in every single day.
Okay.
Towards that goal, and then if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah, we're not holding our breath.
I'm hoping that for that, but also like if people are like what we're doing and they get something from it, and I think that's more important to me.
All right. Is there anywhere where you haven't played yet that you would really like to?
Locally?
Locally, yeah.
On the beach.
On the beach.
Yeah, you want to play on the beach?
Yeah.
Any where in particular?
All of a sudden I get slapped in the face and there's a streak of blood on me. Any place, I have no places in mind, but
just on the beach.
Any place on the beach
out.
with the sun coming down, it's been a fantasy of mine.
All right, that can be fulfilled,
I want to play somewhere where you see those pictures, like where it's taken from the back of the audience, and it's like a dark, smoky room, and all you can see is just heads.
Yeah.
Just a sea of heads, and we're on stage, and it's all dark and smoky. And
so you want to recreate that scene?
I want to recreate that scene and have a picture of it.
No particular venue.
Also,
no particular venue. I don't care.
All right.
Also a likely possibility.
Who does your flyers and promotion, and what do you think is the key to your band promotion?
I do flyers and promotion. I think the key is being concise, organized, and not overbearing with things. Just giving people the information, and they're either going to come or they're not. Bothering them more doesn't make them want to come more.
Which kind of leads back to an earlier conversation we had,
about
Craigslist. Any upcoming band news you'd like to share, such as upcoming press, radio, anything you guys got coming up shortly?
Glad you asked. On July 30th, from noon till 1 o'clock, we are going to be live on WGCU 90.1 FM, in which you can also listen online, and I don't know the website, but if you go to our MySpace, there's a link for it. We will be doing a live interview and performance with some pre-recorded songs as well.
Alright, and how often do you guys play in the coming months?
Like 3 to 5 times a month. Plus, then we do host the open mic at the C Grade every Sunday, so another 4.
You guys are busy. Does the band travel? Where's the farthest gig you played? And do you primarily stay in the Bonita area, or are you going from Fort Myers to
Primarily
Naples?
Naples to Bonita.
Okay.
The furthest we would have played would have been Yabo,
which is Fort Myers.
Fort Myers. We are looking at a place in Tampa that had some interest in us playing there.
Okay.
So that would be the furthest if that happens.
Describe the perfect gig.
Working monitors.
Oh man, yeah.
No bad chords.
No, yeah, that's it. As a vocal diva, as Ross has titled me. Any place where if the sound is really good, then I think that it doesn't matter where we're playing at.
Makes it perfect for you. That's
absolutely.
it. All right, good sound.
Perfect sound.
Food tab.
Bar tab. There you go. When is the next gig? Where? What
The
time?
next gig is in about 10 minutes at the
At the
the
secret
next
in
main
Bonita
gig
Springs.
is at Bayshore Coffee House on July 11th from 8 to 11 p.m. But if you're not coming to that, go down the street to 6th Degree to hear Mandarin Road from 8 to 11. It is a $5 cover at Bayshore.
Alright.
And then in August, we're playing at the Germain Summer Music Event at Germain Arena. The times and details are to be announced.
Alright. Are there any drink specials at Bayshore or Sea Grape or anything? Any drink specials? Anything
They come and go. It can change any given week. Sometimes they do draft beer specials and food specials. Sometimes they don't, but the food and beer is delicious.
Sometimes they don't.
And how do I get in touch with the band? What's the website one more time?
The website is, I will hold up one of those cards in front of the camera, is www.myspace.com/James Willhite Music 81.
And is there an email you want to give us to?
Email is jameswillhitemusic@yahoo.com.
And closing, is there any advice for other local musicians? Do you have anything that you want to say to struggling local musicians trying to make a start in the community?
I would dare say, don't drink too much when you play. If I can throw, I don't know if that's.
You can throw that.
I'm not persecuting anybody, but I think
it definitely shows
I think you play
when
better.
you're under control.
All right.
I would say find people you click with, people you would consider being friends with, not just in a working environment, because clicking is everything. And go to open mics. You're always going to get better if you are just playing on a live microphone in front of people instead of just in your bedroom.
Absolutely. Getting out of the house.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs, kids. All right. Well, thank you very much. So it was an excellent interview, and
Thank you very
hopefully it
much.
makes it to Fort Myers Magazine. We'll see. All right. Awesome.